Hello everybody, welcome to Tower of God episode 7 anime review. Felt a bit like a slower episode this week. Still good, and honestly it seems like everyone is great friends except for that one guy. He's gonna undermine them, and he's gonna do something. I'm really curious about that. That's the big thing from this week. But other than that, yeah, everyone's friends, but then they might not be friends. There's a lot of stuff happened this week, if you couldn't tell. Anyway, let's just jump right into the episode, see exactly what happened, because despite how I acted, there was actually stuff that happened this week. Like, I'm just oversimplifying it. Let's get in the episode and see what went down. Yeah. So we open up with a little monologue thing about King Jahad. Basically, he climbed the tower, and then he created the whole system how everything works. Princesses, if you didn't figure it out yet, they're not born, they're chosen. And but then they have rules that they must follow. One of which is don't be having none of the hanky-panky and having them kids, alright? You can't be doing that. But as you know, our Anak is clear proof of, old Anak, does this one get a name or is she still Anak? I guess she's still Anak for right now. She did the hanky-panky with some dude. Maybe he was a baker. Forgot what they said. They did say what he did. I forgot it. But yeah, then so she broke the rules, hence why she probably got murdered. You know, I'm willing to bet that. Did she see her mum die? That's the question, because there's a flashback a little bit later on. Didn't seem like she saw her die, so maybe she lived. I wouldn't put money on that though. But yeah, Anak and Anak now, and then Dorsey are having their scraps some more. And Dorsey is basically saying how, like, hey, she broke the rules. I worked hard to be a princess. You just were born with it. And I'm like, yeah, I see what you're saying, but no, you are not in the right here, okay? Old Anak just wanted a kid. A nice kid. They had a family. They had like little fishing. They went fishing. You can't kill someone who goes fishing. Unless they're a bad fisher person. But not like the sword fighter fisherman. Like, actual fishing. God, that was, yeah, crazy. But yeah, so they keep their scrap. They both end up falling down the hole after a little bit. There's a big old kerfuffle. That's the only word to call it. It's a kerfuffle. They fall down the hole, and they probably break a few limbs each. But hey, so who won is my question. Did everyone lose? Was it a draw? Was the whole thing pointless except for the injuries? That's the question. Anyway, yeah, she says, and Dorsey asks, hey, do you think she regretted it? And the other one's like, no. They have a little flashback of basically their last, before everything happened. She gave her mum the jewel from the old flashback and everything. And then she probably died. But hey, she had no regrets, and then they both bonded. They're closer together now because they damn near killed each other. That's how these things work typically, isn't it? That's actually, yeah, that's typically how these things go. But anyway, hey, you want to pop some balloons? I want to pop some balloons. That's what we see next. Some Shinzu balloon popping from everyone. They pop some balloons that shows off their various skills. I'm not going to go through how everyone did. You watch the episode. You don't need me to recap it in that much detail. Bam got a guy a new pillow. Therefore, he taught Bam how to, control his thing better. It's give and take. That's what everything is. It's all trading. More of that in a minute. And good stuff. But then, Ho, which I've been reliably informed by everyone on the internet that it is pronounced Ho. Hopefully you're not just trying to make me sound like an idiot for saying a mildly rude word in there. That would be bad. But no, I believe you. I trust you people. Ho, he's got this bad doo-doo. Doo-doo? He's got this bad aura. You know, he's not as good as Bam, despite the fact that Bam had no idea what he was doing. And he's got like an inferiority complex type thing. He does the old ch, sh, sh. You know the noise. That probably sounded terrible on the mic. I apologize. You know what I mean. The edgy ch is what we'll call it. The redhead girl saw him ch, so she'll probably will she inform the? She's not really friends with them. She's like halfway between a main character and not a character. She's like what we call them in the internet, boys. We call that a side character. See, I know things. She'll probably become really important. I do get that sense from this that a lot of people will become important. She hasn't done much yet, though. But hey, yeah, he goes off to sulk, I guess. Kun tells Bam about the two princesses, sort of, getting hurt. Well, she's got the powers. I guess she counts, right? New Anak still counts because she's got the same powers. Which is why they couldn't make the kids, by the way, because they inherit the powers. And they don't want to do that. They want to control who gets the powers, I guess. But yeah, then they talk about them getting hurt for a bit. Shibisu and Hatch show up and basically like, we need 2 more friends. Otherwise we fail. We need to get these 2 friends today. So Bam and Kun, after a bit of we'll call it deliberation, they agree to help basically. First off, they go see, who do they go see first? It's Endorsi first. Basically, they butter her up, they trade her some food for her signature on the thing. Hooray, Endorsi is friend. They then do a similar thing with Anak. Good stuff. What happened to the Black March? Has she still got it? I think she's still got it. She can't use it though. So I guess she just hangs it on the wall and looks at it. I have no idea what I'm saying at this point. But yeah, they make friends with them as well. They also, during the Anak bit, they give her... Bam gives her... I forget exactly what it was. It's a pie of some sort, which we found out in the earlier flashback is what her dad used to make whenever he and her mum had a fight. So it was like, reminiscing. So now they're, I guess, more friendly, all of them. Endorsi, Anak, and Bam. Good old Bam. They were proper buttering up Endorsi. She had the blushy cheeks. It was funny. Hats he's a funny guy because he's so deadpan, but he's got the but then he was saying proper complimentary things, and then he shouted at Kun afterwards because he's like, your script sucks, and he's like, well, you're just bad actor. Their whole we don't like each other but we do kind of thing. That's what I like that thing. I like that they got that. But hey, mission accomplished. You got your friends. You will not be getting thrown off the tower. That's what I assume happens if you fail. You just get thrown off the tower. Rip, I guess. But anyway, everybody succeeded, mostly. Second half opens up. Everybody's eating together now. I guess it's just everyone on that friends list is now eating together. Like Anak's further down the table and Dorsey's right in the thick of it. She spots... They're talking about Yuri for a bit because she's a violent one and everything. And yes, she is. She'll probably going to show up again at some point. She occasionally pops up in the, you know, I'm still climbing the tower, you know. So maybe she'll become more important later on. I feel like she's going to pop in for the, I guess, finale section of the season. Could be wrong on that, who knows. Endorsi then goes to chat with Rachel. Almost said a bad word by accident then. Slip of the tongue. Basically, Endorsi's all like, yeah, Bam's great. And Rachel's like, don't talk to me. Just leave me alone. Don't talk to me. She leaves. And she can't get much out of her. She's not very talkative. She has a good point, Endorsi. She's like, well, is whatever's at the top of the tower, is that more important than Bam? Because as I said, Bam's great. My whole thing with Bam, why I don't particularly like him, he is just the naive... I don't want to call him a fool, but he's a naive guy, but I think that's going to help in this instance. Because he's actually making friends. He says something at some point where he's like, well, friends help each other, you know. It don't matter that like everyone else is looking at each other at rivals. But Bam don't care about climbing the tower, really. He's made friends, you know. I think that's going to come into play later. He's going to have a group of people, like, they're going to group around him, like he's like the center of the group, and then it's going to grow. I have no idea if that's right. That's just what I take from everything that's going on, and also the weird Rachel dream last week. That's what I kind of interpret from it. Could be wrong on that, though. Who knows? But, where am I? I've lost myself in my notes. That's not good. Oh, right, yeah, Ho is suspicious of Bam for a bit. He's like, how can he do it? Don't make no sense. And then he has a flashback dream thing where I guess they were like poor kids and they got their bones stolen by some big, large men. That's what I got from the flashback. Pretty off-putting. I could be completely in the wrong direction, but who knows? It was kind of weird. But then he gets a secret letter. And on said secret letter, it just says, hey, do you want to climb the tower? But then he opens the letter and there's more on there. But we don't get to see that, so I'm assuming it's going to be like, hey, kill these people for me. So I'm going to assume he's going to do something bad. He's either going to attempt to do something bad or he's going to just do something bad. And who knows? Who sent the letter? Is it another participant, maybe? My money's on Rachel. Or Kun. Kun's a little schemer, but I trust him. So I'll say Rachel. That's who I think did it. Could be completely wrong. Could be one of the admins. Could be Rack. Rack thinks things through. It could. It's not gonna be Rack. But yeah, then the next test we learn what that is. It's gonna be tag. You know, or it. We called it it at school. It's the same game. You know, you're like, oh, tag, you're it. Sort of like that. It's a bit different in this case. Basically, then, oh yeah, also there's this guy with red hair. He's pretty easygoing. He's going to moderate. He's the guy who I guess was in charge of the other group that Rachel and Matt were a part of before they all got killed, I assume. So he's helping. Maybe he's a bad guy. Didn't even think of that. Although I don't think. What happened to the big guy? Was he with Rack? Was he sitting with Rack, the big guy that was in their team? Because I don't remember. I can't remember seeing him again. I'm going to assume he was sitting with Rack because it was Rack and one other guy had already passed because I guess they had enough points, and they laughed at the others. Which weird. Didn't see Rack being top of the class, to be honest. But here we are. Anyway, yeah. The game is it's a tag, as I said. The characters are split into teams. Really expected when they said this. I was like, okay, so it's going to be all the main characters on one team and everyone else on the other. No, they're split fairly evenly, actually. Like, you got half the main characters on one team, half the main characters on the other team. So, you know, could go either way. The crucial thing to note about this is they say later on, Kun and Shibisu. So basically, if Bam doesn't win, Bam's knocked out. So Bam's team's going to win, is basically what I get from that. One person is it, basically how these rules work. One person is it, and if you steal a thing, you get more points. But if you get to the goal, you get 100,000 points. But if you steal the badge, you get 200,000 points. So it's kind of a whole risk versus reward thing. Also, the red-headed examiner guy is playing. Why is that? That's not fair. Why does he's a ranker. Why does he get to play in the exam? He doesn't need to be examined. I feel like that's big cheats. Their plan, hey, Kun makes Shibisu bait, and it works pretty well. The redhead guy is a step ahead of them. He takes out their flying orb. It's not an orb, it's a cube. Flying cube dude. He's got Shibisu cornered. Psych, that was actually the plan the whole long. Couldn't thought of this. They had a second cube man, and Anak is riding the cube man and tries to trip him up with the green. What is the green weapon called? It's the green April. That's the one. But it doesn't quite work. He's still fighting, and then he gets pissed. Is what he says. He's like, I'm pissed now. So I guess he's gonna lose his rag, and they're gonna have to be like, oi, please don't kill our examinees. Examinees, yeah. We need them alive to examine. We can't examine well, you can examine a corpse. I wouldn't recommend it though. It'd be pretty grim, you know. And that was the end of the episode. We finished halfway through the. You don't know. No, maybe his whole team isn't there yet though. Where's the rest of Team Bam? Are they still playing, or is it just it for this it part? Or did he just run ahead because he's the? I assume we'll find this all out next week. So on Bam's team who's on Bam's team? I guess Endorsey, we haven't seen her yet. Rachel's probably on Bam's team. Who else is there? Hats? Was Hats on Kun's team? They do a whole thing where they show everyone, every team. I can't remember it all off the top of my head, and I didn't write it down. Probably should have done that, but hey ho, what can you do? Yeah, enjoyed this episode. Felt like less. Well, at the start, I was like, yeah, no, not much happened. But then I've said it all out loud. Quite a lot of stuff did happen. A lot sort of like behind the scenes more stuff though, with like the mysterious letter with Ho and all that. And then will Bam succeed? He's probably going to succeed. They're all friends now. That's great. Now they're going to team up against the unjust government who makes you go to work even though a lot of people are dying still. I don't know why I said that. I don't want to bring all that into the anime review. Hey, whatever, you know, anime's great. It's easier to understand. Anyway, let's end this here. Thank you, everybody, for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out immensely. Thank you kindly. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye, guys.